Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 XBL review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Monday Night Combat, which, if you've never played it before, it's not so much a shooter as it is a tower defense game. It's a hybrid of the two, and it's why I love the game. It's why I've been able to really get into it, and thankfully it's one of the few online games I can actually play online, because so far I've not had any lag problems or anything, and it's just one of those games that, while it is as much about teamwork as it is kicking ass, I suppose, it's one of those you don't really need to be able to communicate with anyone because everything's set out for you. Best way to do that is to basically show you. So at the start you can go into a local blitz, which is a split screen against the robots, and unfortunately it's only two-player split screen, and the split screen's very dodgy. I'll have to show you it. You can then go on Xbox Live Blitz, which is up to 4 people, or you can go on Crossfire, which is a 6-on-6 versus, and in all honesty, it's the only mode of the game I don't particularly like, because it's okay, but it does feel like every time I've ever had a match in it, it's ended in sudden death, and I'll explain all that when I get into it. So anyway, help and options are pretty much useless on the game. You can view controls and you can change sensitivity of aiming and stuff, but the locker room is pretty much where you're going to be spending a bit of time, because this is where you unlock and buy your custom classes. I honestly don't understand why there needs to be 6 custom classes and why you need to buy each and every one and how the money goes up, because really, once you've made one, you're probably going to be sticking with it. I mean, yeah, you can have one for each character type, and if you like to swap around, then that's something you can do. But I again don't understand why each one costs more and more, because as you can see there, the second one costs 25 grand and the first one cost me 15. So I don't understand why that keeps going up just to be able to use higher classes. So anyway, when you create a custom class, you first choose your position. Each character type has different things that will basically bring up their skills, their weapons, their offense, defense and specialities and things like that, and each one is a mix of offense and defense and things like that. For example, the sniper, full on offense, barely any defense, because the whole point is he's supposed to sit back and snipe, whereas the gunner, he's got quite a bit more defense because he's going to be into it, and then you've got the tank who's full on defense because he's supposed to provide support. So you choose one of them, you then go to your endorsements. Your endorsements are things like rate of fire increase, critical shot increase, speed increase, health increase, well, armor increase to be fair, health recharge becomes faster, you can get faster reload speed, bigger clip sizes, faster skill recovery, better accuracy, and I think the only one I haven't mentioned is you can get more juice. And basically, well, juice is, soups you up, I suppose, is probably the best way to put it. So anyway, let's actually get into the game and show things off. You've got 5 different modes that you can play on the blitzes. You can play the exhibition blitz, season, playoff, scramble and sudden death, and basically each one's got a certain amount of rounds except sudden death, which is infinite, and the rounds are either light, like for example exhibition, or heavy, like for playoff, or crazy for scramble. And it is one of those situations where the whole point is you're just constantly fighting waves of bots that come at you, and you have to set up your defences and you have to kick the crap out of them. So let's actually cut into the gameplay. So this is the split screen that I've put it on just to show you. You don't get a full half screen each. Instead, there's a black box to the left and the right of the top right and bottom left corners. So it's one of those, I don't understand honestly why that's there. Nothing shows up. It's there for no reason other than to piss you off, I suppose. So anyway, let's show a couple of the different classes off, even though, if I'm honest, I pretty much have only ever played as 3 of the classes, because since I started being the gunner, I've never, well, went back, because I think the gunner is absolutely fantastic. But anyway, the whole point is you've got money, which you might be able to notice underneath the coloured buttons, and the coloured buttons are your different skills. So for the gunner here, you can basically push X to do a slam, and that stuns your enemies and blows them up if they're weak. B is a grab. Y sets you up into turret mode, and basically when you're in turret mode you can't move, you can only aim, and well, it just, I suppose it's there to increase accuracy and that, 'cause you can't get blasted away. So as I say though, you've got money. You can then upgrade those 3 skills that I've just mentioned there for your character. Each of them's got different. For example here, the ninja has a dash, cloak and smoke bomb and things like that, and as I say, each one's got their own thing. It's one of those, you'll have to try the characters and find who you want best. But as I say, once I tried the gunner, I realised he fit with me, so I haven't bothered looking around. You can also then upgrade your character himself, so you can upgrade the gunner, which is the one at the bottom for obviously the gunner or assassin, and that makes your weapon better and things like that. So it's usually the one that I always upgrade first, because I figure, what's the point in buying turrets or, well, upgrading me powers if I'm going to be a bag of crap? So I upgrade that to get myself some money. So once I've then got more money, I can go over at any of these little knobs that are sticking out, and you can build turrets. You can build things like laser turrets, long shaft turrets, Chevy's turrets, rocket turrets, and you can upgrade the turrets as well. All of them go up to level 3, and basically they all do a different job. And the rocket turrets are pretty much your heavy power stuff. Your laser turrets are light fire, but they can hold off the waves of enemies that are weak, because the enemies come from pretty much all over the place. I'm actually just going to die to try and show you that, because when you die, it comes up where all the enemies are, so when you're respawning, you can check it out. However, I've just realised it doesn't do it on split screen, so I'll have to do that again online. So let's cut to online. So here we go then, online and on full screen, and I've also put it on that crossfire mode so you can see that in action. Because basically you can send bots across, which, as you might have noticed, I'm fighting red bots now and I'm blue. You can find special things so that you can, as well as build turrets, just send the bots over. And it's one of those, a pretty good strategy is sending bots and then following them about 2 seconds behind, so that all the bots burst into a section, and then basically you follow in behind and kick the crap out of the unsuspecting bad guys, who are obviously, well, humans, because it's one of them. While you can obviously fight the bots, as you've just seen, the whole point is you're mainly fighting the other humans on the team. And basically, the main point of this mode and the other mode is you've got a golden ball, or a blue ball if you're the blue one, in the centre of your base, and you've got to protect that. You've got an energy limit for it, and it's also got a shield. When it's up like this, the shield's active. As soon as it gets blasted enough for the shield to go down, it drops to the ground, and they kick the crap out of it, and the energy starts flowing down. The energy's in the bottom left corner of the screen, and basically, once you've got blown up, like once all the energy's gone, that's it. However, if after a certain time limit, you then get that sudden death I was on about, which is only for this one, because the blitz that you've just seen is on. The whole point is, if it gets blown up, that's it, you lose. If it lives, then you win. That is literally the whole point of it. But for this one, if it goes to sudden death, the shields automatically drop, and then it's a case of you've got 2 minutes to destroy the other person's ball. And that's pretty much everything there is to say about the game. I mean, graphically it looks fantastic, gameplay wise it plays great, and it's one of the few online games that I can actually have fun with, mainly because I've noticed, without meaning to sound braggy or anything, because I know fine well I'm not one of the best players in the world, but even though I'm one of the lowest levels around, on every match I always find people who are level 60, level 50, level 40, level 65, etc, etc, like that. I've managed to come top in almost every match I've ever played. Now, on the crossfire mode, they're pretty much the ones when I don't come top. It just seems that on the defending against the robots, I've got a very logical mind with where to build what turrets, when, how to do it, when to upgrade it, etc, etc, what to do, where to set yourself up, and that sort of strategic mind is definitely going to help you with the game, whether it's on split screen or online. And it's one of those, communicating of course will help, but at the same time, I've never had a headset on this because I just can't be arsed with the hassle, and I've still managed to win almost every match that I've been on. It's very rare that we lose to the bots, and it's just one of those things, because the whole point is the bots come, you know where they're coming, so you know where to set yourself up, whether it's on the left door, the right door, the top door. As I say, when you die it brings up this map to show you where the heavy areas are, and the game itself does a great way of allowing you to play as a team without ever talking to each other. So again, there's nothing left to actually see it other than try the demo out. Obviously it's got a demo, it's the Xbox Live game, and if you like it, it's well worth 1200 points, at least I think so. So there we go then, that's been the review. I hope you've enjoyed it, or at least found it helpful. You might have noticed I didn't score the game. Well, that's because it's a matter of personal opinion, and yours may very well differ from my own. I'm just here to show you a bit about the game. If you like it or not, well, that's up to you. If you don't like it, or you do like it, feel free to comment. Also, if I haven't answered any of your questions that you may have had, I might have forgot something, or it might just be something obscure. Again, feel free to comment, ask, always willing to help out. Otherwise, if you don't like commenting on YouTube, head over to www.vc-forums.com, where you can chat with me and a bunch of other lads who love the VC, the WiiWare, and hell, even a lot of other systems. We cater to pretty much everything. You can just go there, have a chat about a game, ask about some games, etc. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.